Folks ask me, what is the hardest military school you've ever attended? I've been through some difficult ones, Ranger, Special Forces, Sniper, but I think that Special Forces Assessment and Selection was probably the most physically challenging course that I've ever been to, just because it's so intense. It's usually shorter. It's like 21 to 24 days. I don't know what they're doing now. When I went through, it was like 24 days, but you have, your first week is your PT week, which is runs, rucks, obstacle courses, log PT, rifle PT. You're just smoked for 20 hours a day. And then you move into your land navigation, to where you're moving from point to point, these very long distances with a ruck on, 70, 80 pounds. Very, very physically and mentally challenging. And then you move into team week, where you're working as a team to move large pieces of equipment, long distances. You're working through the sand. And then the course culminates with a unknown distance ruck, which is, I think it's around 26 to 32 miles. When I went through, I don't know if they still do it, but it was called Troy's Trek. By that point, I got stress fractures in my feet, just absolutely, physically depleted. So that course, I think, is the most physically challenging. Ranger school is longer, and it's just like a slog. It's obviously physically challenging, but it's just miserable because it's so long. You're not eating, you're not sleeping, you're exposed to the elements, the heat, the cold. And so I think the length of that course makes it miserable, but I think Special Forces Selection was a little bit more physically intense and challenging.